Yo everybody, Robinson DUP, and this is vlog, I think it's number 14, John. Dear God. Hey, that's a way to fly around the corner and not pay attention, you schmuck.
And then she looks at you like you're the asshole.
Let me tell you something, ladies. You are some of the most rude, ignorant drivers I've ever met. Not all of you, but some of you.
Oh, here comes the YouTube comments.
That's why I said some of you and not all of you. Anyway, what was I saying? Vlog number 14. Now that I got interrupted, I was thinking about changing the vlog name, John. Instead of just saying vlog 1, 2, 12, I was thinking maybe we should call it Road to Pro Debut.
I like that.
Episode 14.
I like that.
You like that? I think that's what we're going to switch them all. I think I'm going to go through the history and change it back. So, whether you guys like it or not, I'm changing anyway. We're going Road to Pro Debut.
Sounds good.
And then I'm just going to give episode numbers.
Road to Robinson owning.
I hope. I hope.
I can talk in lead speak and be like poning.
Yeah, poning? What the
damn gamer.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about anymore. It's too early for this shit. Anyway, weighed in this morning, 203 again, no weight loss, no big deal.
Big old fatty?
Yeah, I am a fatty. But, you know, like I said, we're taking this cut nice and slow because I have till August before I'm even stepping on stage. So, since I really have not much else to say right now, John is going to kind of tell you what he's doing with my nutrition and why he's doing it. So, here you go.
Well, I'm going to make him do fasted cardio for 2 hours.
Only long and steady state fasted cardio for 3 hours. Yep. And tilapia from now on.
We're going to make you fast for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of like, what was that, low carb Corey?
Yeah, I'm going to go on a 10-day fast so my abs come out sooner.
Exactly. Neoprene belt, sweatsuit. Nah. What we're going to do, so I made a pretty aggressive cut to his calories last week because we're doing some sort of slow kind of tapering of carbs, and what was happening is Greg has a very highly adaptive metabolism. Man, that sounded so nice, didn't it?
It did.
I could have said stubborn.
It's almost like Darwinism.
Exactly. What? No food? I'll live. No, so basically he has a very adaptive metabolism, and in order to sort of not cut away too much at the calories, I've been trying to be very conservative. Maybe cut 5 or 10 grams, maybe add a HIIT interval, maybe a rest day if he needs it. And that served us pretty far along the way now, and he's already cut, you know, over 10 pounds. But, you know, last week he plateaued for a couple of weeks, and I decided to make a more aggressive cut, in which I got an email from Greg, and Greg's laughing.
Profanity-laced email.
Oh yeah, Greg said, "Why are you cut my food? Aren't we being too aggressive?" Anyway, so, you know, basically that's what I'm going to do. You know, I made this aggressive cut, and rather than, so, you know, he had an initial weight loss, he lost 1 pound, and rather than make another cut, I'm actually going to ride this out a little bit. So I'm actually going to make no changes this week for him, and he's actually approaching, this will be week 3 on your program coming up?
This is actually the last week. Next week's my taper. Right,
so this would be the third loading week. And usually what happens is most athletes kind of, from my observation on the third week, the overreaching phase of the program, weight either comes up or stays stable, and I see that mostly for people who tend to have very high cortisol levels, Greg being one of those individuals, and a very highly adaptive metabolism, that, you know, the third week is really where the person starts to feel beat up, broken down, and if I make no changes, and we roll into that fourth week, usually I see about 1 pound to 2 pounds of weight loss from the delayed training effect that happens and the super compensation that happens in the program. So I'm actually going to do nothing, believe it or not. I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to do nothing. So that's kind of, as a coach, some of the things that I think about is, where is the person in their current programming in terms of overreaching phase, if they're doing a, you know, periodization block of loading and trying to, you know, get the body to adapt, sort of where are you in that phase? What kind of training effect have we had already? How aggressive was I with cutting calories or adding cardio? And just generally speaking, how much time do we have before the show? Ultimately, you're a slave to your contest date. So if your contest date is much sooner, you have to make more aggressive cuts. We have to be a bit more aggressive with cardio, or or additional training sessions or additional training volume. But Greg's got a lot of time, so we can play with these variables and keep his food intake up as high as possible. So that's it.
So there you go, guys, and also that was good news to me because I had no idea what he was going to say about my food till just now.
Yeah, literally, we just said, oh, we're talking about this. Let's just throw out the camera.
I was having a problem eating 360 grams of carbs, but 285 to 290 is like my sweet spot. I get that down real easy. Even though these high carb refeed days are getting easier and easier for me, I'm getting to 480 like with no problem.
Dude, you weren't getting 480 in your off season. You weren't.
Yeah, I couldn't even hit it in my off season. So for me to get up to 480 grams of carbs on a refeed day without walking around like a walrus is pretty impressive. I seem to like drop weight almost. I almost drop like a half a pound almost. Like, so Saturday being my refeed, then like Sunday I tend to be a half a pound lighter for the most of the time.
Well, it's just stimulating your metabolism.
Yeah, and what you guys forget too is I do commute a lot, and most of the time when you guys have a lot more energy than I have to train. Trust me. It takes a lot of perseverance and want, and I think we're going to do another video very soon about motivation.
Most definitely.
That most people would not be able to keep up my routine or my schedule at all. They'd most likely fall apart. Now, I'm not saying there's not anybody out there with a tougher schedule than I, because there are. But most even teenagers wouldn't want to do what I do and admire that I do it. So,
absolutely.
All right, guys, we're actually about to head into the gym. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll record something. And talk to you later.